Three people continue to recover tonight after a shooting in the middle of the day in northwest Roanoke. Witnesses tell 10 News it started because of a fight over a parking spot. 10 News reporter Shane Dwyer is here now. And Shane, what are witnesses telling you about what happened?
Brittany, those witnesses were just enjoying their lunch at a Bob and Cheryl's restaurant in Roanoke. Many of them saying it's what they do every day when this happened. They want to know how a verbal fight turned into a fist fight and then into a gunfight. Shenandoah Avenue between 24th Street and Peters Creek was the scene Wednesday afternoon. The heat scorched on as tempers flared for some reason in the parking lot of Bob and Cheryl's restaurant. Police say 3 people were hurt in the shooting. Witnesses, however, ran for their lives to duck and cover and say it started because of an argument over a parking spot. They say the aggressor argued with the person, left, came back with more people, and then it turned into a fist fight. That's when witnesses say the guns came out and shots were fired.
The guy that was in there eating to start with was sitting there eating. He came in then. The other ones, I guess they ran then, got in the cars and left. He came in and said, I've been hit, and he was leaking blood all over, down his back and everything. He got shot in the back.
Witnesses say they heard more than half a dozen shots. The glass in this door of a neighboring business was shattered out. Police have not released any information on the victims' identities or their conditions. And Roanoke police continue to investigate the situation. They say we won't have another update on this from them until a suspect is arrested. In the studio, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.